I'm doing 50 years later or 40 years later, whatever it is, just the text a little more intense.
Oh man, that's really cool. That's good. It sounds like it seems that your spiritual brother is here too. Our friend to the show, Sebastian. Come on in.
Hey,
Hello,
what's up,
Sebastian,
Seb?
the man
Guys,
behind
how you
Crazy
doing?
Comics. What's
Good.
up, brother? How are you?
Peace, bro.
Beautiful to see you guys. Peace, peace, peace. Yeah, just the hair's a little crazy right now. I've just been finished setting up the booth for New York Comic Con.
I'll see you in a few days.
Can't wait to see you
Yeah.
guys. And yeah, gonna hanging out with Urias. You'll be there on Saturday.
Absolutely. Can't wait.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just been a day of setup. What could be more joyous than setting up
Oh
New
man.
York Comic Con?
Uh, I
Good
do
times, good
understand
times.
that. Yeah. I can't wait to
I,
see you.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I'm
Thanks so much for having
jealous.
me.
I'm jealous because she's going to be up there holding down the SyFy Sistas fort for us. Like none of the
Yeah.
rest of us can make it up there this year.
Oh,
Yeah. It's gonna be me all
Um,
weekend.
Hmm.
I know I'm gonna be so tired of I'm like, get me out of this city. Get me out of this city. But Friday it'll be fun, and then by time the end of Saturday, I'll be like, why do I do this to myself?
it's a
But yeah,
yeah.
marathon. For people
it's
who
a
don't know, who haven't been, it's just absolute marathon.
it really is. It really is. Yeah. It's well, we've talked to them about it before because I don't think I think Fran has been, and it's different from I think any other con. I mean, it's just intense from day one. The minute you step through those glass doors, it's like, oh, wow, So, but yeah, it's still. I go every year, so
Right,
obviously
right,
it's the
right.
best.
Mhm.
Obviously,
So I'm asking Urias about his journey, right? You say you started out as a visual artist, and it was later in your life when you transitioned to this form of storytelling. What took you there? How'd that happen?
Well, I mean, the circles that I were in, there were just some amazing artists. Yeah, Machindo Kumba and Stanley Weaver, and just icons, just the big names. That I was a moderator on a online forum before Facebook and Instagram called BlackSuperhero.com, and I was a moderator there, and just being able to rub shoulders with, and of course in a virtual space, Dwayne McDuffie and Ryan Benjamin, Sanford Green, and
Mm.
all these top level artists. Um, it's kind of like when you're a shooting guard and you're on the basketball team with Michael Jordan. You know,
oh,
you just find something else to do.
sitting on that bench.
Exactly. If you don't, you're on the bench. So I just
Right.
decided to turn to another gift that I have, which is writing and creating the stories. And I would partner with these dynamic artists to bring the stories to life in that way. So it was just a natural evolution.
I love that. That's so cool. Because I feel like we always get, at least I do, get really inspired by the company that I keep, right? And they turn me on to different things. They open me up, to different possibilities. And sometimes I would think, well, that's not something that I can do, and they just try it. You might like it,
Mhm.
or give me a sense of safety and comfort to try something new, and you never know once you try it, like how much you might like it or not, like hence like this podcast, for instance.
Right.
You know? Like,
Absolutely.
I
Exactly.
didn't know I would
Right.
like
Who
doing
knew?
this stuff so
Right.
much,
Who
right?
knew? Yep.
Who
Who
knew
knew?
when we first started, me and Fran and Sabrina first sat
Mhm.
down and started talking to each other about Star Trek, that it would grow into something more, and that it in me, like it would grow into a whole different direction of life that I want to pursue.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I did not want to do this, but Tamia said, you have to. Here I am, still telling Tamia, I don't want to. She goes, you have to. And I'm like, okay. So, I love, when people see things in you that you don't see in yourself. And I think
Yeah.
that's what this whole community is about. And that's why I was so glad when I got Seb's message saying, "Hey, do you have spot for us? We need to come on and talk about this." And I was like, Let me talk to Tamia. She was like, hell yeah, whatever he needs.
Like there's always a spot. Like, first of all, you don't even have to ask me on this. Like,
when
it's a given, right? When is the answer?
It's the community, Seb has our back. We have his. I mean, just because I don't even know how it happened. I came to your booth at New York Comic Con.
That's what it was in New York,
yeah. And Yutidi started it all. She told us about you, and we kept. And I went and met you, and it's just whatever you need, and that's that community, and then these people that we have in our back, and they'll always support us. So I appreciate that. I think community brings out so much creativity that you just didn't know you had, because who knew? But did you? I wanted to ask you a question talking about not knowing. You took a trip to Egypt, and that's what that got you to start Black Heroes Matter, or
I was just about to ask about Black Heroes Matter because it was a perfect segue.
Yeah. No, Black Heroes Matter was 2016, but my trip to the Nile Valley was in 2004.
Oh, okay.
So it had its it was, I guess it was part of the eventual journey that would lead me to Black Heroes Matter. But I was a graduate student. I was studying history at Morgan State University. My undergraduate is in illustration and design.
Okay.
So I was studying, working my way through, coming into consciousness, reading all these books and learning about African history, learning about my heritage and this magnificent legacy that we had and that we have and had. But I had the opportunity to go over. I was writing my thesis and kind of hit a crossroads, and I thought it would be a good idea to actually, put boots on the ground in the land of the kings and our forefathers, even though that's debated. But once you're there and see on the wall, there's no debate.
No debate.
They were very good at letting us know what they looked like and who they were. And, I got to travel from Lower Egypt, which is in the north, all the way down to the border of the Sudan, Upper Egypt, and spend time in the tombs and the temples, and just the meditations that I had there was just unreal. And as a comic book head, the one thing I just kept running through my head was what were their heroes like? Did they have superheroes? Who did they look to in times of doubt? Who did they want to model themselves after? And it was almost like the idea downloaded into my mind while I was there of this immortal hero who was a golden age hero, but who was still operating in the present, who had made this walk down from antiquity, working and fighting on our behalf and repatriating artifacts, and just being that dude for us, our James Bond, so to speak, our Indiana Jones. And I had 3 boys, 2 at the time, would eventually have 3, but I just wanted to give them a character so they could grow up to emulate somebody who looked like them. They liked a lot of Pokemons and Ben 10 and Teen Titans and things like this. They're great, but they don't. That's that doesn't represent you. Right. So I had to create what I wanted to see. Yeah. And came home and in the form of bedtime stories. I would tell them stories of Jaycen Wise, and
I read that and I was like, what? I love that.
Yeah. So before it existed in any comic book, it was in their imaginations and the questions they asked. And Daddy, can I hear more about Jaycen Wise? Can you tell us a story tonight? It just kept snowballing, and I would write things down, and sometimes I didn't have answers to their questions. So by the next night I would have to have the answer. So just this whole backstory and this lore, this character, came into being. And I was in these creative circles, and I took my notes to some artists, and they were inspired as well. They started drawing pictures of this character and, pairing the stories with the illustrations. And next thing you know, I was at independent Black comic book conventions up and down the East Coast, sharing and selling the stories. And that's the birth of Jaycen Wise.
Damn,
I know, right?
I can't stop smiling.
Yeah, I know.
I love that. Oh,
you're right, Tanya. That is so beautiful.
Story time. There's nothing like story time. I tell you, my kids are all adults now. Well, one is adult. One is an adult. The rest are like
they're
little size adults, but
neophyte adults,
right? Lowercase adults. That's what they are. But
I mean, yeah, I mean that's the legacy of our ancestors is sitting around the campfire
That's
or
right.
the burning
That's
tree and just
That's
sharing
right.
stories
That's
and
exactly right.
down
Yep.
through the generations, and it's still in us.
Definitely right. Wow. That we got to keep that going. I just love that story. I know you did. I have some slides here I wanted to show,
Okay,
not of
good.
Jaycen Wise, but of some of the people, some of the stuff you did with BHM. Some little I found this. I had to show this.
Oh
You guys know,
wow!
so that obviously with the legend,
Yes.
the big tall guy actually is a partner in Stranger Comics. That's Terrence.
That
Oh,
is Terrence.
wow.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of people in here. Look at that. What's that?
Sure.
That
Yep.
shirt is dope.
Michael Dorn.
Love that.
Look
I had
at
to
that.
show some of that stuff. Yeah, I
Look
saw it.
at
I was like,
Michael
oh,
Dorn.
look at this. Is that wait a minute? Is that DS9 Wharf? Yeah, DS9 Wharf.
Yeah, DS9 Wharf. I know we had to make sure it was the right wharf back there.
The right Wharf.
That trashy TNG Wharf.
So the legend himself.
Yes.
Just such an honor. Just the once again, I mean, the way Black Heroes Matter came into being was very similar to Jaycen Wise, where it was just an organic thing that kind of just snowballed. Yeah, I guess that's a common theme is just you start something and the energy of the people around you just kind of fuel it, and it turns into this other thing that you didn't ever expect, and now it's its own thing with almost like a mind of its own. It's been a beautiful experience.
Oh gosh, I love that. I love that. I just love that tale. That's a story. That's a bedtime story in itself.
I know, right?
How it started. Oh, I love that. Anytime we can have superheroes for our children or just heroes for our children that look like them, I'm here for it.
Right.
I'm always here for that. So
I love the fact that when you talked about like having like an Indiana Jones for us, and I was reading in the press materials, and I don't want to get ahead of myself, you guys. Can you give them a little summary of what Jaycen is about? And then I'll go on. Nice, thank you, Seth.
Yeah, I put it. I got it up here. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. There we
I was
go.
just going to say too, guys, that I just discovered this on StreamYard. If you guys pop the link in the comments, there are 3 little dots to the right of the comment. You can click on the dot and say pin comment, and it sits at the top. So if people at any point want to go to the Kickstarter.
So I also have a QR code that I'll put up. People can use that too. Yeah, but the QR code kind of like sits on top of people's heads, so I didn't know how many people are going to be here. But yeah, I can put that up.
Yeah, but
go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, just to answer your question, this Jaycen Wise is, to me, he's the ultimate hero. He's the composite of Black history, Black culture, down through the ages, regardless of wherever you are in the world or throughout the diaspora. He's, for lack of a better term, Indiana Jones, James Bond, Jason Bourne, all these iconic heroes. But it came from the need of me as my inner child wanting to have, just an ultimate super dope hero who's jet setting around the world, adventuring and being suave and debonair and brilliant and courageous, all these things that we don't really get. We're the sidekick or the comic relief.
Right.
No, we want to be in the driver's seat. We want to be the one finding the artifact and doing the heroic thing without, the laugh track to it. It's just a serious adventure. There are moments for comedy, and that's cool. But a lot of our stuff is like it's comedy driven, and it doesn't have to be that way. We want a true hero for our children to follow. And when I grow up, I want to be like Jaycen Wise, or when I grow up, I want to be like Niobe or, you know, whatever the thing is, but a real hero that our kids can get behind and believe in and grow up with as they, you know, move towards adulthood.
Yeah. And his mission is to recover, like, instead of being like Indiana Jones or Lara Croft, you know, like who's going in and pillaging and raiding tombs and stealing people's history. His mission is to recover cultural artifacts that have been stolen and repatriate them, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And how weird is it that we glamorize these? Well, they're essentially thieves. You
They're
know,
all
Indiana
thieves.
Jones is the thief. You know, the beginning of Raiders of the Lost Ark, he's breaking into a tomb and stealing something that doesn't belong with him, and he's on the run. And the people who are trying to reclaim the thing that was stolen are looked as the savages and the aggressors, but they're just trying to reclaim what's theirs.
What belongs to it. And you know what's crazy about that too is like the mind fuckery that we went through, like as kids, like when I was a kid, because I'm just a few years older than you, like India, like that was accepted, like that wasn't, nobody thought that there was anything wrong
with that. Yeah,
with that, because that's how we knew that artifacts were obtained from museums and etc. Every kid wanted to be Indiana Jones, you know, because he was having all the adventures. Nobody thought like, oh, he's actually taken stuff that doesn't belong to him. It was just a given. Like, how else do you get stuff in museums? You go and you take it from other places, right? Like, was not questioned at all.
Yeah,
you know.
and I'm sure Seb can speak to it as well. But we've had some racist trolls who've made their opinions known, and anytime the racists come, you know you're on the right track. They're like signposts in the right direction. But what they say is, well, if we didn't take the artifacts, you know, you would have been destroyed or melted down or lost, or, you know, so it's almost like we're doing you a favor by taking these because you can't properly take care of it yourself.
Wow.
And that's extremely problematic and one of the inspirations behind the comic.
The nerve of the stuff that comes out of their mouth is just
right.
Like
you don't know how to take care of it.
The extremism of racism is kind of laughable. It gives me a bit of a giggle. But what we ended up doing with the comic is actually kind of trying to actually create conflict, right? With so if you have a grave robber, you know, a tomb raider, and so on, obviously, without care and thought and so on, and it's the arrogance of it is quite shocking. The privilege of arrogance. We create a character in this comic too that is another grave robber, and you know, the classic scientist-y kind of guy who believes if he can show these artifacts to the world through museums or whatever, there's an opportunity for cultural empathy and to learn. So he believes he's doing the right thing, which allows it to be kind of more of an intriguing dialogue, and you know, to kind of like, okay, well, if you went about it the right way, well, maybe we could talk, you know. But how does Jaycen react to that? Is he like, you know, too bad? And we have I can show you kind of this interior page. It's kind of one of my favorite spreads right here.
I think I have that. Let me show
you.
You do?
Oh, I couldn't remember what I'd sent you. Okay.
I just gotta find it.
But we really play with. There we go. Oh yes, it's lovely.
Look at that!
Wow,
that is beautiful.
That is beautiful. Look at those colors. Look at and I love his foot coming all up into your perspective. Oh my God, it's so good.
Well, you guys are the fans of Stranger Comics, with Niobe and so on. Daryl does all of our layouts, and Daryl did the layouts for Jaycen White.
Okay.
So yeah, there's a kind of a nice cinematic quality that we try and rock with, and then we got this chap who's been working with me, Alex, who does our kind of our Akira homages. He did the inks, and then I've been wanting to work with this cat for a really long time. Paris Elaine is a Eisner winner. Did the coloring, brother out of Canada. He's amazing. Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
So yeah, we've got And so we have some ridiculous
Wow.
covers on the campaign. That's one of the two Akira homages. Oh, look at Mother One's like, I know I'm dressing up as next Halloween. See,
Right?
it's amazing. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Yeah. So yeah, that's what we call this instead of the original is the rise of the museum
Wow.
raid. It's time to take back. And one thing that Uraeus created with the Tablets of Kush was, while we've kind of got these episodic kind of storylines, okay, he's reclaiming this artifact for this culture and so on and so forth, he's also going to be on the surge, he's on the overall quest hit for kind of our 10 Commandments, if you will. There's these holy artifacts, the Tablets of Kush, the Emerald Tablets of Kush, which, if he finds it, will hopefully bring enlightenment and bring about Kush once again, whether it's spiritually, metaphorically, or literally. So that's kind of and who are the agents of evil? The Spectre, the Shadow Organization, are they also on the hunt at the same time? So while you've got these amazing Lupin type storylines, like one at a time, you've also got this amazing overall arc. And Draco Dawnstars, yes, credit card at the ready. We love to hear that. By the way, fun fact is, we kept up our early birds bundle deals for the rest of the campaign.
Oh wow.
Okay.
So if somebody wants to get, I've got I just came back.
Uraeus, here he goes.
I'm not going to go super salesy. I'm not.
Do it. I live for
okay,
this.
Listen. All right.
I live
so
for
get
this.
the
Come
credit
on.
cards ready. We are so close to $75,000.
Okay, hold on. Let me get your QR code up. Hold on. I got a QR code that they can go to.
And while you're getting the QR code, hold on. Jaycen is an immortal, right? Correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, from Kush.
Yes, and that's another thing is that a lot of people don't have any knowledge of Kush, what it is. You say the word Kush, and they think about something else.
They think about what they're smoking. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, Kush was a mega civilization that was on the Upper Nile, which is the southern Egypt and Ethiopia, Tanzania, Kenya. But it was, in my opinion, it was greater than Egypt. But of course, you won't be able to excavate it because they built the Aswan Dam and flooded those lands. So, there's no excavation, imported crocodiles, so no scuba divers can investigate. But what the Egyptians said and what the ancient scholars said about Kush was magnificent. So, I mean, it's this civilization during the golden ages, and Jaycen's made the walk down from the days of Kush all the way to the present, doing his thing, which is fighting on behalf of Black folks around the world and repatriating artifacts and being dope.
I love it. And like Sabrina always says, we know about all of your damn gods and goddesses, and you don't know squat about art, anything that comes from our
don't want to
background
know
and history, and don't want to know. We got to know. I love it. Okay. Anyway, go for it, Seb.
I'm just sliding in to do my sales pitch, and then so we have amazing artists on this Kickstarter, folks. We have hello, I'm okay.
You're all
Here
alone.
I am. Okay.
Since you're selling.
Okay, since I'm selling, let us start off with the amazing Tahani Far. Now, what's really cool about this, guys, is we have gamified the campaign. So while Jaycen's off on his adventures reclaiming these artifacts, you can have your own adventure as well. In each different comic book, in each different exclusive, there is a clue to the name of the secret society of Jaycen Wise. And if you can discover that clue, you will win one of 7 golden coins. You can even add on copper coins as well. Did I bring these in my wallet to show people at the Comic-Con? Oh yeah, I did. Look at me, I came so ready. These are the paper editions of it. Look at that.
Love it.
Wow. That's
Right,
so
so you
cool.
jump on these, get on these, and then obviously we have, because we do our hip hop homages. Look at that beautiful Nas homage right there. Also in your early bird collection, the Raiders of the Lost Arks in the early bird collection, as well as the Tahani Fa, the Raiders joint right there. So jump on those. And the other one that we just dropped, our last kind of final drop. Who does Nas have a bit of beef with? No worries, you can get both of them happy. You've got the
the black
comic, right? And the Nas right there.
Love it.
Those ones right there. We do have them in, look at this. We have them in metal as well.
Ooh.
These are colored again by Paris. This cover, guys, is by Kanan White. Nice. And then we also, of course, have the black edition.
That's metal too, Seth?
Yeah, we have metals on here, guys. We have paper if you just want to grab the paper. I just grabbed a box and ran out down the street from the convention knowing I had a special date with lots of pretty ladies tonight. So I bought all sorts of the stuff that we have, like you know, we've got these etched metals here. What else do we've got here? We've got green etched metals here. All for the Emerald Tablets of Kush. We have all sorts of beautiful, beautiful comics on this campaign. So, look, Mike Davis, like Sellaway said, Mike Davis is one of our legends here. He just actually claimed one of these ones that, let's see, I don't know if I have it here. Oh, my table in this hotel room is rather small, I'll just say. So I'm swamped. I'm swamped in these comics here. I also have. Oh, here we are. We also have the standard one. If you don't want to spend too much, but if you want to get the regular, we do have the Assassin's Creed homage. So this is a great idea from Urias and Sy Rodriguez, the cover artist. So look at here's Jaycen, obviously going to the Louvre, taking them stuffs back to their ancestral homes. That's the split cover, very, very crafty cover right here. So I absolutely love this one. So you can get this on there if you just want to spend $20. Get the regular paper edition of the Assassin's Creed. Read the story; they're amazing. we have a lot of treasures here, folks.
True Folks is asking if we can see the black sketch again.
The black sketch, absolutely, True Folks. That's my main man, Ahmad. What's up, Ahmad? Good to see you.
What's up, Ahmad? Welcome.
Hey, Ahmad.
We'd love to. So, folks, if you're a Stranger Comics crew, please subscribe to the SyFy Sisters. They're absolutely amazing. They've been wonderfully supportive over the years for Niobe. So if you're a Stranger Comics crew member right now, smash a like and subscribe to these amazing, amazing folks.
That man knows how to sell, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. That's why we fucks with him.
That's why we fucks with him.
And if you're a SyFy sister,
that's
please
right.
Subscribe to the Stranger Comics crew.
Oh, they already are.
You are? Okay. All right. So let me see if I can find this.
They all got their credit cards out. Don't worry.
They subscribed. Right. They be getting them first editions. They the reason like they be selling out everything.
All right,
sold out Defiant.
Yeah, sold out Defiant, right? Absolutely. So Stranger Comics is Niobe. By the way, New York Comic Con is the 10-year anniversary of Niobe Shia's life.
10 years. Wow.
10 years. I'm actually seeing Amanda tomorrow, funnily enough.
Oh,
so we got this right here. I'm just going to quickly show all these as well again, right? We got golds, metals right here. And yeah, we will have these in New York Comic Con as well. We have some exclusive. This is the first Jaycen Wise Tablets of Kush in the series. The emerald metal right here. More of these. These are the silvers, the paper. Good Lord. I put the one you wanted, Ahmad, down somewhere. It's here somewhere.
It's
right at the, of course, it's right at the bottom. It has to be.
Of course.
Of course. So So Mike Davis got one earlier, Ahmad. You might want to get this in person. These are ridiculous. Oh, and there's, I see AC Smith was also at the convention helping me set up. What's up, Tone?
Oh,
Look at, here we go,
nice.
folks. You ready?
Oh.
Stop.
Oh,
That
you
is
need to save
just
one of those for
sick.
me, Seb.
Save two, thank you.
Save two, thank you. Oh, that is beautiful.
Yeah,
Wow.
in person, you guys, these are honestly ridiculous.
I can't
So
imagine. Wow. Wow.
you want to jump on this campaign, guys. If you're in the chat, grab yourself an early bird bundle. Yeah, Tanya, it's the first issue. So it'll be a collector issue, first appearances, and Ures blessed me with the opportunity to be a co-writer on this. So
Nice.
if you like a bit of Niobe and the Untamed as well, you'll recognize some of the writing style as well. So I got very, very lucky. And guys, in the chat, thank you very much, by the way, Draco Dawn Stars. You love Niobe Comics. Thank you so much. How can you add that?
Yeah.
True folks, you can. It's in the add-on section, and if it's not, it's $400. There's only 10 copies of the black etched edition. It's quite pricey.
Wow.
So have a look. I believe,
wow, that's a true collector's item right there.
Yeah, it is. Seb, I'm gonna have to minimize you for a minute because we got some
please
some work that we need to put up.
Yes, please.
Our sponsor.
There is no resisting temptation, honey. Like, you know, you with some Trekkies, and resistance is futile.
Yes, it is. Definitely.
And I mean, the covers are amazing. They speak for themselves, but the story is. I just can't wait for people to read the story. It's brilliant.
I can't wait either.
Patterson and Paris Aline with the colors. It's just a beautiful story and a beautiful book.
Seb, why don't you tell us about the Kickstarters? I mean, you were selling, but tell people who haven't seen the Kickstarter yet. Tell us about what actually went down, because it was pretty remarkable how quickly things went.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you, Lynn. That's awesome. So usually what we do is we do a StrangerCon event launching our Kickstarters, and it kind of brings our community to the launch celebration. And we have some amazing guests came. Paris came, Princess Penny came, Legion M came. Ures was on the whole day with me, just in front of a screen for 11 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, good Lord. No, it's just such a great kind of celebration of what we do. And it's just a community thing that I discovered during COVID. Was I did a StrangerCon, and a lot of people were looking for a place to kind of congregate. And so it was, super fun. Usually around 6 or 7, I start to get delirious and start throwing things at people for free, just start giving stuff away. But we rocked it. And thanks to some of these amazing folks in the chat, Mike, Marwan, and thank you, Lynn. I appreciate that. That's amazing. We got our goal in the first 45 minutes, and then we hit 40 grand in the first day.
Wow.
And it came at a time which was, without going into it to distract, was very, very, the world was distracted, the country was distracted. So as you guys know, when you're trying to create an event and you building a community, the algorithms and certain things can kind of really take you off course, and it makes it very, very difficult. So
Yes.
to hold on to people's attention, like when people are like, here's my opinion about this big event that's happening in politics and all the things, I need to just dig into that. And so for folks to still rally around what Ures has created and the Stranger Comics crew have come through, it's been a remarkable experience. And it tends to kind of then dip for a little bit, and then it starts to pick back up right at the very end. And we can't say who it's with, but on Wednesday, which is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Right.
We have a film studio meeting already for Jaycen Y. So keep us in your thoughts and prayers, as they like to hashtag. And we will it's going to be amazing. So I'm super,
don't forget the sisters when you when you make
when
it
you
big,
guys get big.
Don't be forgetting.
I see you guys in my dreams. I could never forget you. Permeating always.
Oh boy.
Hey, one quick thing, Seb. Because we've hit so many stretch goals, there's a lot of freebies on top of whatever you order. Just because we've hit stretch goals at certain monetary figures along the way, there's a ton of free stuff you get. Seb is really great at gifting and showing appreciation through books and collector's cards and things of that nature. So there's a ton of stuff you'll get on top of what you order through your pledge. There's also the opportunity for one backer, anybody who backs $100 or more for each $100 you pledge, you get a virtual key with your name on it. You pledge $300, you get 3 keys. $500, 5 keys. At the end of the campaign, we throw all the keys into the virtual pot, pluck one out. Whoever's name is on the key wins PlayStation 5. So just a way of showing appreciation and just showing love for all the love and support that's been thrown our way. It's been beautiful.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it works. I mean, I
love that.
I think we do the same thing. We try to, just try to give back because we get so much love, and it's like, wow, sometimes you're like, really? I thought, who knew that there were more people who are going to appreciate what I'm doing. And yeah, it's good. You feel good giving back, and that brings more people in. So, I love the way Seb does that. I think that's what keeps us kind of staying together, because we believe in the same kind of thing. You got a big community, they support you. Then, if you got extra, you give it away. You help them out, they help you out. It all works. Because some of that stuff you guys were dealing with online was crazy. So.
What I think is even
need a cuddle. I just want to give him a big cuddle.
Right.
I think it's kind of adorable. Yeah, it's so bizarre to me. I find it so antiquated, that kind of level of racism.
That is the word. That is the word. That is the word. Yeah.
What I think is even cooler is like what's happening like right now as we're on here is this melding of these two different crews, right? Like we're like, like the Stranger Comics crew, the SyFy Sistas crew, we're like, going on like similar journeys, but we've been kind of parallel. And then there's this intersection of us all now. And I think that's the reason why we keep doing what we're doing, right? Like that's how, in our mission statement, it says that, our goal is to shine a light on Black thought and Black creativity. That's why we exist, but it's more than that. It's also to create community, right? And I think we're all seeing now in the space and time that we're living through now, especially younger people like are seeing the true importance of why we need our own spaces and how we support each other in our own spaces, especially financially. Really, really important to spend your Black dollars on Black projects in Black communities, and stop giving our money away to everybody and their mama, that doesn't do anything. And those dollars then do not get reinvested into our communities, and I think it's even more important that we're all together on this right now, because we know that it's a comic book. Like a comic book is not just a comic book, a Star Trek episode is not just a Star Trek episode. We know the ripple effects that these things have for years and years and generations to come. It's an investment in the future for all of us, not just the here and now. Okay, I'm stepping down now from my podium.
That's dope. I mean, Seb touched on it earlier that Jaycen's, the overarching arc is that he's trying to, piece together these tablets of Kush, which is representative of Black culture, Black knowledge, Black legacy, and pieces that have been scattered. And that's our real struggle, is that our history and our culture and our legacy have been scattered and are currently being, systematically picked apart. The African American Museum in DC is being, tampered with, and things are being taken. It's been our struggle for centuries, and
Exactly.
and our struggle as artists and storytellers, whatever you are, is pulling it back together, trying to piece it back together, for the future. And it's the struggle and the investment for those who aren't even born yet, but it's a job that we have to do. And whether your vehicle is comic books or movies or music or whatever your art is, that should be your focus. That's what I believe, at least.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's the responsibility of the artist. I feel really passionate about that. I love watching those Nina Simone interviews and her talking about it. And I think that's, like the folks who are like the racist folks, they support their crew.
Yeah, they do.
They'll shell out their dollars, and they are not shy about it.
And they're really vocal about it. That guy with the My Pillow, that bastard, who was super Trumpy, right? It's like, hey, everybody's buying this stupid pillow online, and he's like, guess what? I'm a Trumper, and then he made even more money.
Yeah.
Come on now.
That's kind of like, you touched on it earlier without me wanting to go down a negative path, it's so important. It's so real. Like, we can't make these comics without folks buying them. I did a post recently because Uraeus is such a pillar of the Black comic community. And I'm like, this should have 1,000, 2,000 backers. You could just back it for $1 or $5 to support this man. It kind of shocks me, because I go to these events and there's lots of people showing up to this Black Heroes Matter thing, photo op, cool. But I'm like, this is where it counts.
Yeah.
Right.
This is where it counts.
Exactly.
And I think people don't kind of realize too, I don't know, and I don't want to go down a negative pathway with some of my thoughts behind it, but when you're an independent comic company, you're real independent. You're not, hey, I'm an independent comic company, but I'm Silicon Valley funded and they dropped X amount of dollars. No, you missed me with that. Like, I started this on a credit card, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is, I was at a barn where people playing D&D, and I had 2 comics to sell. This is the journey. I'm out here, driving trucks and stuff. Like, this is independent comic books making a difference, which then inspires some of these other, companies and artists and creators and so on to be like, oh, I like that. Let me do a sound alike. And then that sound alike is what's presented. If you want to get the raw and the real, and the ones that dare to be vulnerable with their heroes and their villains, and the tough questions to present to those heroes, so it's not so obviously cut and dry. This is why I rock with Uraeus, because we get hit up by a lot of folks going, hey, Stranger Comics, can you publish my stuff? And I don't have a lot of bandwidth. We're a small company. But when he presented this, we did Defiant, we did Vampire Under D, we did Defiant, and Brown Sugar Fairies, of course, to Aisha, and Uraeus. And that's it.
Yeah.
I
love
pick
that.
'em. You know how to pick them. That's for sure.
I love the point that you made too, because like I run a small business with my mother here in DC, and we're some of the have been for a while some of the very few Black folks in the space that we're in, and we are located in a part of town that is one of the poorest parts of town, one of the most underserved parts of town. And it's amazing to me how much that people will come in and be like, well, is it on discount? What's my discount? Are you giving me a freebie this week? Or like, this is why y'all don't have what I'm looking. I'm like, look, so many of the people will literally get on a bus or go on the subway to go all the way across town to get the same product that I have. And swear out and from people who don't look like me, from people who don't live in our city, whose tax dollars are not funding a damn thing in our city, right? And they will go and my price is exactly the same. The product is the same, if not better, and then they will come into my store and be like, well, where's the discount? Where's this? Where's that? Da, 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 da. And I'm like, wow. And then bitch and moan when Black businesses don't survive.
Right.
And so like, I'm not trying to be negative about it, but I really am trying to reinforce the fact of how, like, this is not rhetoric when we get up here and we talk about spending our dollars in recycling our dollars in our own communities. It is a matter of survival, not just for the proprietors, but also for the economic feasibility of the communities themselves. Like, are your schools being funded? Where are the tax dollars going?
Right.
If you're giving it away.
What's that, Seb?
I said, what do you want your children to see?
Right.
What do you want, your seeds? And, we are becoming the future ancestors. This is our legacy to pass down in the same way Uraeus was telling, in the classic oral tradition of our ancestors to his children. And, I'm just lucky to have the opportunity to help, co-scribe it. But it's, that point you made earlier is really like, you guys in the chat are as important as the creators. It's with the support, and it doesn't have to be a lot. It could be even just a post if you're broke, right? It just is the understanding that we feel supported, we feel seen, we feel heard, and we feel represented by you guys who are like, yeah, I met Seb, I met Uraeus, I met the SyFy sisters, they're dope. You gotta check them out, you gotta listen to them. And then maybe you can plant seeds, and maybe you can plant seeds in what you would consider the opposition's garden, and let them grow, and then let them have an opportunity to learn and go, wait a minute. Those things I've experienced a lot. We're in 16 years of doing Stranger Comics, and so you guys in the chat, just huge thank you for everyone that support. It's Uraeus should be having 1,000 backers on this campaign. It's mind-blowing to me how much he's done for the community. And it's like, and I hate to say it, but like, some folks just get jealous, like, of his success. Anyway, I won't go in.
I mean, it's always the same story. It's a sad story. It's always the same story. I think the same could be said for what Samia said about, people not coming to her store. It's a jealousy thing also,
I mean, but as Seb said, we're the ancestors in training. We're doing it for those who aren't even,
right, 100%. 100%.
So, we move forward with purpose, and to hell with them.
That's right.
That's right.
We got no choice.
That's right. That's right. Like, so again, like, to be more, like you said, to be more positive about it, I believe, like, I am super encouraged by like what I'm seeing in the chat, because I know that it's, for every person that's in the chat that's active, there's another 1 or 2 out there or 3 out there who aren't typing, but who are listening and who are with us and who will see this and pass the message on. But like, also, what's happening, like, we got it makes you feel really positive when you see the chat that's active and you see how many people out there are actually supporting, and the positive energy that they're bringing to everything, like, I mean, so, I get a little poo-poo on it, because sometimes you got to tell it like it is, right? Like we can't dance around the hard truth of things, right?
No.
But then we also have to celebrate what's actually really positive and really happening that's brilliant. And right now, this synergy that's happening is absolutely brilliant. It just gives me so much life. Like I'm being introduced to a whole new community of folks, of names that I haven't seen, and it feels like I know you, because we're all vibing on the same thing. Yeah, so yeah, it's all good stuff, man. And Uraeus, you're super humble, but y'all, if you don't know who he is, I only read like a little snippet of a portion of his bio. This brother is so deep, and he has done so much for this community. So, please, if you're not familiar with him before now, please look him up and support his work, anywhere you can, because we owe him a huge debt, because he's been out there doing the thing for a long time.
Yep.
Well, it's just the circles that I'll say we travel in. It's like everybody's a genius in their own way. Everyone has their gift or whatever the thing is. So it's always a situation where you feel like you're not doing enough. So you got to do more. You got to raise your level, and that's the way I feel, and that's the way it should be. If you're the smartest person in your group, then you're in the wrong group. The most talented person in your group, then you need to find another group.
That's
that right there.
Just the partnership with Stranger Comics was a no-brainer, and I'm good. I'm big for giving flowers, and I tell Seb all the time that he's a master of sales, but the machine that he's built, and I'm not talking about gears and metal, but just putting dynamic, compassionate, beautiful people together, and that's what makes this thing run. And when you come to the Stranger booth, you'll see it in action, and it's just been a joy and a learning experience, just working with the team and Seb and Daryl and Josh and Quincy and all the people behind the scenes. But it's just been beautiful, and that's the way creation should be.
Yeah,
definitely. I just want to put a shout out there. You talked about the Stranger Comics booth. If you have never seen the Stranger Comics booth, you are missing out. Let me tell you right now, it is glorious. It is glorious. So, I think you're at every con there is, or every Comic-Con, right? Don't you?
Good Lord, we used to be. I tell you what, it was bonkers. This will be the last
Africa Comic-Con, weren't you?
We went to. They flew. It's funny actually. Reed Pop that do New York Comic Con. They also work with Comic Con Africa. Yeah, they flew us out to the one in Johannesburg. We did Comic Con Africa there. It was amazing.
Wow.
And then we did Comic Con Cape Town. They flew me out for that one too, which was just such a huge honor. And then you see that Niobe had, for folks that don't know, I wrote a comic called Niobe in a fantasy world, and to see that there were fans, they were like, "You're the Niobe guy." And I'm like, "What?" There are fans in South Africa of Niobe.
So dope.
Yeah, it's bonkers. Oh, and by the way, the Niobe anime that we're working on right now, it looks ridiculous.
I can't wait.
It looks ridiculous. It looks bonkers. It looks amazing.
I cannot wait.
The crew in South Africa. And I can't say who, but I signed a deal last week with somebody you'll be very fond of, who I'm teaming up with to co-produce The Untamed. So for folks who are fans of Stranger Comics, yes.
Look at Tanya. Tanya's like,
right?
She's over there busting out her little ElfQuest skin right now.
Yeah, right. You'll be happy. Actually, this is one of the 10-year anniversary exclusives. I'm bringing to.
Look at that.
Why can I not go to Comic-Con?
If anybody wants to get this, I believe it's going to be. We're posting a few copies. If you're a Patreon member of Stranger Comics, you already have access to this in the Patreon store. If you could join Patreon for Stranger Comics, just $5 a month gives you access to all sorts of stuff and 20% off the website. It's pretty amazing.
Wow.
I believe on Thursday. Yeah, it's a really good. And at $25, you get a seasonal mystery box. But on Thursday, if the Patreon members haven't gold up all the website versions, you can snag this on the website, strangercomics.com.
Cool.
If people do want to add it to their pledge, usually what I would do is I say, hey, if you want to add some rare stuff I'm selling, but obviously this on my usual sale night, we do lots of giveaways. Thank you, Pizzakin. I appreciate that. But on the last day, so I fly back Monday, for folks, the SyFy Sistas fans in the chat, if you hit subscribe on the very last day at 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern on Monday, I'll be doing a Kickstarter wrap party. I'll fly in from New York Comic Con, spend a few hours, and give a lot of stuff away. So make sure you subscribe to Stranger Comics, and
Nice.
we'll be hooking you guys up.
Get in there.
Wow.
Get in there.
Y'all
It'll
heard
be a
that,
fun
right?
time. Let me tell you.
Right, Trekkies
You'll
and,
be
and
exhausted,
Wolfpack.
so you might get a lot of good stuff.
We got ElfQuest fans out here. We got Trekkies up in this chat, so y'all heard it.
Yep.
Don't act like you didn't hear it. Y'all be there now.
But that's I
Yeah.
mean that's the beautiful thing, is that this is becoming a global. I mean, it's always been a global enterprise, but
Yeah.
just the craving of content. I mean, people are tired of seeing the white dude in the driver's seat.
Yes.
It's been so long. Like, when you have the same person in the driver's seat, you're always going to go the same route. You're going to see the same things, and give somebody else a chance to take the wheel, and we'll take you someplace you've never imagined. And that's what we're trying to do. And even white people are tired of seeing the white dude. And
That's right.
They really are. They
they're
really
tired.
are.
It's played out.
Yeah, it gets boring. You want diversity.
Yeah.
I want to see something new.
Right.
And not the same thing over again. I think most people, especially comic heads, we don't want to see the same thing
Right.
over and over again. So something new, please.
Mhm. Yeah. So you
Okay.
guys, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to be here tonight, and bringing a whole bunch of new folks over to the chat. Thanks all the Stranger Comics family for y'all showing up and showing out. It's amazing. Anything else that you guys want to highlight real quick that might be coming up that we haven't gotten to before we sign off? Or I know we put it in the chat about where Stranger Comics is going to be at Comic-Con, but we want to say that verbally as well. Urias, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, and Seb dropped it on me today, booth 3317, if I'm correct, to get all your Stranger Comics, World of Asunda, Jaycen Wise needs filled, and things you didn't even know you wanted, you might be leaving the booth with, and it'll be smiles all around. It's just so much dope stuff that it's, I mean,
You'd be walking out like this.
Experience.
That was me 2 years ago.
That was her 2 years ago.
Like,
my back, I'm talking about, my back is killing me.
I'm like, what was I thinking? Thank God I drove to the city.
Yeah, I mean, it's top to bottom, wall to wall. Stranger Comics, top of the food chain in terms of quality and depth of story and artwork and covers, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And we'll have the version. So if you're fans of Yetide, obviously from Star Trek, we have her comic at the booth. So the brand new Tales of Love and Death, where she was playing the character Dura. If you guys missed it, you can snag it at the booth. It's we got some beautiful editions of them.
Yeah, I have to get that.
That's a mission. I will zell you.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes, I will get two.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I get to, because I need that signed.
Yep, that too.
Yes.
I'll be carrying it around to me to every convention we go at. Like, is Yetide going to be here this one?
Yes, right.
Right.
Love her.
She's amazing.
She really
You guys,
is.
she is amazing. We love her hardcore. You guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I mean, really just amazing. It's always a fun conversation. We know when Stranger Comics is in the house, it's going to be a good night. Like,
Thank you.
Always.
like straight up.
Yep.
And, folks, I want to say thank you to everybody for being out there and enjoying this time with us, spending this time with us as well. And if
Before you do that, let me let people know what's coming up.
Oh, word. Yeah, do that.
Yes, because we don't want people to miss it. Tomorrow is Two Moons on a Microphone, so please don't miss that one. Next week there will be no live show next week. I will be going to Comic-Con this weekend, so there'll be no live show next week. Next Wednesday, Solo Story is back. On Friday, we have a new podcast episode that's coming out. Valerie Weiss, right? Weiss, I'm saying that right?
Weiss.
Mm-hmm. Valerie Weiss, director of Ad Astra Per Aspera and the Salat who ate his tail.
But speaking of Yetiti Badaki, that's her episode at Astra. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So she'll be on the podcast this Friday. It starts streaming. Patreon members got their first look at it today. What else is coming on? I will be at New York Comic-Con Friday and Saturday. On Friday, I will be pretty much doing a lot of work, walking around, seeing people, networking. But if you see me, please stop me, say hello, please. I'll take pictures. I will take selfies. I know I usually stay in the back and let Sabrina and all of them do it, but it's just me. So please stop me, say hello. I would love to talk to you. I will be at the panel for Nacelle Toys. Their panel's in room 408, I think in the North Tower at 11:15. So that's what I'll be doing on Friday, making sure we support our friends at Nacelle Company. Saturday is the big Star Trek Day on the Empire stage. I think Ethan, Celia, Melissa, and Martin are going to be there from Strange New Worlds. The young cast of the Academy show is going to be there, along with Holly Hunter and Paul Giamatti. So It's going to be big. It's going to be a big one. I will be there. And when we come back, I'll definitely let you guys know what actually happened. What else is there? The podcast. That's it.
That's it. We better take lots of pictures, girl.
You know me, never a picture. Not one. All day. Well,
what?
Yeah,
What'd you forget?
I'll try to take us. No, I always forget to take pictures. So hopefully.
Okay. Yeah. Take pictures. You don't have to take pictures of yourself. You don't have to be in every picture. Just take pictures.
Okay, I will.
So we can have some show and tell. Okay.
Perfect.
All right. And so, like I was saying before, y'all, before I forgot stuff, is that thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. And if you're new here, please be sure to subscribe, like, and ring the bell so you never miss a moment of the feel good, blurty fun. Also, if you want to get your brand in front of our loyal, passionate, and incredibly smart audience, please consider sponsoring the live show. Whether you're a small business or an individual, you can be part of this vibrant community that loves to support the brands that they believe in. And this has been proven time and time again. Stranger Comics can attest to that. Click the link in the show description or head to SyFysistas.com/sponsors to learn more. So, Yvette already said we won't be back next week. We'll catch you guys really soon.
On the 21st. That's what. On the 21st, we'll be back with
really
Heather
soon. I don't know exactly when, but it'll be soon. And
I think we lost her.
Am I back?
I think so.
Audio wise, we can hear you.
Some kind of way. Well, thank you, everybody. I'm gonna sign off because I don't know what happened to Mia. So peace, love, and hair grease.
Oh, she said it.